Hi, I'm Dr. Erin Madigan-Fleck, and welcome to DETV. Today I'm going to be demonstrating the Jet Clear. The Jet Clear is an alternative to crystal microdermabrasion or crystal-free microdermabrasion. Those clients that are not able to receive those treatments look for exfoliation and hydration for the skin. So Jet Clear takes the place of that. It can be incorporated with enzyme treatments, hyperpigmentation treatments, and a whole host of other treatments that we do regularly in skincare. It's safe for acneic skin, sensitive skin, rosacea, distended capillaries. So one of the great things about Jet Clear also is you use low consumables. You're not buying extensive tips to use. You're not using other serums. You're just using a bag of saline. It's 0.9% sodium chloride. It's a hospital grade saline, and we're using a tip that replaces from time to time, but the tip never touches the skin. From sterilization standpoint, it's a win-win situation. So when we're looking at Jet Clear, one of the things you want to be concerned about is if the client is suitable for the treatment. So if they have lung problems, we tend to stay away from clients that have breathing problems because some of the vapor, the water droplets, can make the client breathe a little heavier. So one of the things you want to be concerned about too is that the client is prepped properly. So if you're ready to go, I'm going to go ahead and demonstrate the Jet Clear. I've got my model set, we're ready to go, so we're going to start our procedure. The tip, as you can see, when I turn up the dial, there's the saline pushing through. There are 3 microscopic tips on the 3 microscopic holes at the end of the tip, and you can see the saline coming through the hose. So when I want to do lymphatic drainage though, we want light pressure, so I'm going to reduce some of the volume on the airflow. Like I said, this goes up to 100 pounds of pressure. We're going to take our tip, turn it down. I'm going to turn my model to the side, and we're going to start our procedure. Okay, to start the lymphatic drainage, we're going to start at the clavicle, and on the side of the neck, we're going to come down very lightly, not touching the skin. This is only, remember, the lymphatic system is very close to the surface of the skin. So following lymphatic pathway, I'm going to bring my handpiece down, and this is only to start to facilitate some of the lymph. Now in Jet Clear training, we call this follow the dimple. If you can see, there's a little indentation where the saline pressure is pushing into the skin. This is helping to move lymphatic drainage. It's very important too that you protect the client from getting wet. Again, this is just minuscule amount of water, but when we turn up that volume, we're going to get a lot more water coming out. So we do one side. I'm going to have her turn to the other side. Keep your 4x4 close by. And typically we do this for about 10 minutes. Just coming down the lymphatic pathways into the clavicle. And the tip does not touch the skin. So we know in lymphatic drainage that we always open the terminus, which is down in the clavicle area, to the axillary nodes. Now I'm going to do a little bit on the face. We're going to start just light passes, just to move some of the lymph to get circulation started. Again, just going down to open some of the lymph. And this also helps the client get acclimated to the cold from the saline because this gets a little chilly. It's a great treatment during the summer. And again, we're not exfoliating yet. We're just getting a little lymph flow. And when I begin to do the exfoliation itself, I'm going to have my 4x4s ready, and we're going to turn up full speed. And it's important that you protect the ears, one from the noise, and also so water doesn't get in the ears. I always have about 6 to 8, at least 4x4s close by because the water will drip and you don't want the saline to get into the eye. Okay, so we're going to start at the forehead first. I'm going to protect the eye area. You're going to come down, barely touch the skin, above the skin, and you can see the dimple. across the top. So our path is the same as if we were doing microdermabrasion. Nice and slow. Take a break. Blot to make sure none of the saline gets into the eye. Come down to the next section. So at the velocity of this speed, the airflow, we're getting more drainage. We're getting hypermia starts to set in because of the cold. The idea of the hypermia is help with blood vasoconstriction, and the cold helps to tone the skin as well. So you can see the color difference. We only did one pass on her on this side. I'm going to come over to the other side. Make sure you keep your handpiece perpendicular on the skin. It's very important that the handpiece doesn't touch the skin and that you keep it perpendicular and follow the pathway. Okay, so these are wet. I'm going to go to another patch of 4x4s. And we're going to start through the nose wings out. And she has lash extensions on, so I want to be really careful. I'm just going to position my 4x4. Come in at an angle, turn the handpiece around. Turn the handpiece around. You know you have your piece close to where it needs to be when you see a dimple on the face. So also, like I mentioned, be careful to blot and that the saline doesn't get into the eye. Even though it's sterile, it's uncomfortable for the client. So I'm going to go back again. Keep it as close as you can to the skin, perpendicular, curve. Come up next section. Now sometimes I will pre-treat the skin. If the skin is very asphyxiated, oily, congested, I will pre-treat with an enzyme for 10 minutes. Remove the enzyme from the steam, rinse that off, and go ahead right away and start the Jet Clear. The results are really, really great for asphyxiation. Okay, again, we're coming around. Another great point about Jet Clear is that it will go into the intercellular spaces with congested skin, oily skin, so you get a much cleaner final result with your treatment. And the client's skin is very hydrated because you're actually forcing saline into the skin. We're going to come around to the other side. Protect the eye. And again, we're just doing a short demonstration today. This treatment should take about a half an hour. And blot. Last area back on the chin again. And the nose area is a little more difficult. We actually have the client hold their breath for just a few seconds. And we do circular motions around the nose. Okay, Heather, I'm going to have you hold your breath for 1 second when I say go. Okay, hold your breath. Okay, remove. It's very difficult for you to have the airflow right underneath the nostrils because the water vapor, they start to breathe the water vapor. So that's the only reason why we do that. Okay, come back in, hold. Okay. And back on the other side. Hold. Hold. Okay. All right, so then we would go maybe 3 or 4 passes, come back down the neck again. You can put a great mask on top of that. You can do microcurrent over the Jet Clear, any other modality. The only thing we don't want to use with Jet Clear is chemical peels. That would take the place of the exfoliation.
Thanks for watching Derma Education TV. Join the DETV Preferred Professional Network to browse available classes and get 10% off during summer 2018. DermaEducationTV.com.